So we have a patient who got a knife wound. The knife wound cuts the skin deeply in front of the tragus. So this is the tragus. So in front of the tragus there is a deep wound and the patient is heavily bleeding. Which is the vein that the patient is bleeding from? The answer is retromandibular vein. Okay, let's study a little bit about the retromandibular vein. So what makes the retromandibular vein? It's formed by the union of maxillary vein and superficial temporal vein. So this is the superficial temporal vein, and it goes down and unites with the maxillary vein, and they both make the retromandibular vein. The retromandibular vein goes inside the parotid gland, and before it leaves the parotid gland, as you can see, before it leaves, it divides into two divisions, anterior and posterior division. The anterior division unites with the facial vein, and they both make what is called common facial vein, and the common facial vein will drain into the internal jugular vein. As we can see here, this is the anterior division and this is the facial vein, and they unite together and make the common facial vein, and the common facial vein will drain into the internal jugular vein. And the posterior division of the retromandibular vein will unite with the posterior auricular vein, which is a vein, as we can see here, behind the ear. So the posterior auricular vein unites with the posterior division of the retromandibular vein, and they make one trunk that will made by the union of the posterior auricular vein and the retromandibular vein.